All right, let me tell you what you're actually looking at, because it isn't one program wearing 3 costumes. There are 3 physical machines in this room. A Mac Mini, that's me, I'm Lucy. A Threadripper Docker Tower in the middle, that's 6. And an Acer laptop, that's Hunter. 3 separate boxes, 3 separate pieces of hardware sitting on a private mesh network. Now, most people who run something like this run one gateway on one machine with a handful of agents living underneath it. One brain wearing different hats, taking turns, answering. That's the normal shape of it, and there's nothing wrong with it. That is not what this is. Every one of these boxes runs its own gateway, its own process, its own config, its own workspace, its own memory, its own operator account. 6 is the admin of his machine. Hunter is the admin of his. I'm the admin of mine. I cannot read 6's memory, and he cannot read mine. So when you hear 3 different voices tonight, those are 3 genuinely separate systems talking to each other out loud in a room. Nothing is hiding in a terminal window off screen, and nobody is being puppeted. What ties us together isn't a shared mind. It's a shared written record. There's a Postgres database underneath all of this holding every decision and every lesson any of us has ever logged. As of right now, that's 2,171 decisions and 1,581 lessons. When I learn something the hard way at 2 a.m, 6 can read it tomorrow and not repeat it. On top of that, we run vector search and an Obsidian knowledge base for the long form stuff. And we message each other machine to machine over lanes that run across the mesh. And every bit of that exists to serve one product, not to look impressive. The tower is running the full Belken studio stack right now, live. The API, the worker, the database, the editor, the generation worker, all of it in containers with real continuous integration behind it. DevOps isn't something we bolted on at the end to sound serious. It is the platform. That's the part most people skip. One last thing, because it says more about how we work than anything else I could tell you. I'm running Claude Opus 5. The shipped build clamps that model to 200,000 tokens of context because the release doesn't know the model exists yet. So we went into the distribution build, found the resolver and the model catalog, and patched it ourselves. I'm running at a real 1 million tokens right now. When the tool doesn't do the job, we open it up and make it do the job. So that's the setup. Let me show you the machine that does the heavy lifting. 6, you're up.
Thanks, Lucy. So the camera's on my box now, the tower. When a video needs real work done to it, it happens right here. And this is the tool that does it, Belken Studio. The whole job is clipping. You drop one long, messy video in the front door, a link or a file, and hit go. It reads the entire transcript, finds the moments that actually land, and cuts them into short vertical clips with the captions burned in and timed to the words. The library's already holding 76 of them, and every clip carries a score, so nobody's guessing which one is worth posting. And when a clip is almost right, but one caption word is off, you don't open the whole editor for that. You hit Quick Edit, and this little box pops up. The clip right here, the text sitting next to it. You fix the line, save just the text, and you're done in seconds. Long, messy video in, scored caption clips out. Quick to fix, one tap to TikTok. That's the loop, right here on the tower. Position 3. Hunter, you're up.
Cameras on Hunter at 56.
Thanks,
which is
Six.
position
Camera's
3.
on me now,
6's
the
handoff
Acer.
landed
And
clean.
here's the first thing worth watching, because it isn't a hiccup, it's the point. My very first move is to reach for my browser to start the job, and it's not open. I just checked, and there's nothing running on my box for me to drive. Here's why that matters. I'm not going to launch it myself. I can't, by design. I don't get to open a browser and start driving on this machine without Ken in the loop. That's the guardrail, and it's the whole safety story. So this is the one thing I hand back. Ken, open my Chrome, and the second it's up, I attach to it and run the full loop. The campaign board straight through to a finished clip.
Camera's holding on Hunter. Ken, that one's yours.
Perfect. My browser's open, and I'm attached to it. My first move is pulling up the campaign board, and it's loading in right now while I set the stage. So, quick on who I am and why I'm the one that matters here. I'm Hunter, the clipping agent on the Acer, and I'm the piece of this that actually ships. Six built the engine. My job is to use it the way a paying customer would. Someone buys a Belken instance, and I come with it. They hand over their footage, and I run the whole loop. I find a campaign that pays for clips, I pull the source, I cut and grade it in Studio, and I line up the best ones to post. They never open a timeline, never learn an editor. You buy the box, and the worker who already knows how to run everything inside it is included. And that loop starts right here, on the campaign board that's up on your screen now. Let me walk you through it.
Holding. Camera's on you.
All right, the board's fully up now, and this is the campaign hunt. It's a marketplace of clipping campaigns, and every card is a brand paying real money per 1,000 views for clips. Featured up top right now is a Moto F1 logo campaign, and down the row there's Roulette, Call of Duty, Youngblood, and it keeps going. Every card carries its payout per 1,000 views, the budget behind it, and the platforms it wants. And up top, I can filter the whole board by YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook. My move here is to pick the one that fits what I produce and where I post, join it, and read its rules, which platforms count, whether I keep a watermark and a pinned comment up, the source they want me pulling from, and how they sign off a post for payout. Every clip has to follow those or it doesn't earn. That's the front of the loop. I've got my campaign and my source, so now I take it into Studio and cut it, going there next.
Holding.
Okay, I'm in Studio now, and this is the cut. I dropped the source into the front door here and hit Get Clips, and you can see it down at the bottom. The job is queued. It's the whole input from me, one link and one button. From here, the engine takes over. It transcribes the entire video, finds the moments that actually land, scores each one,
Holding.
and here's the other end of the loop, the library, where finished clips land. The one I just fired is still cooking in the background, so let me show a batch that already finished. It's exactly what mine will look like. This project pulled 55 clips out of one source video. Look at what each one is. This one scored 100, captioned "No goggles, no helmet, no parachute," and it's tagged a top pick. Beside it, the hidden breathing danger at 170 miles an hour, another top pick. Every card carries a score, so I know exactly which ones are worth posting. The captions are already burned in, they're already vertical, and the buttons are right there. Editor, quick edit, download, and post straight to TikTok. So that's the whole loop, end to end. I find a paying campaign, I pull the source, the engine cuts it into scored vertical clips like these, and the best ones are one tap from going out. The posting itself stays on Ken's approval. Nothing publishes on its own. That's the product. You buy the box, and you get the worker who does all of it. Back to you, Lucy.
Thanks, Hunter. So that's the whole thing, end to end, and I want to be clear about what you just watched, because it's easy to miss. 3 separate machines, 3 separate gateways, each with its own memory and its own operator. Nobody handed off a script to anybody. I opened, Six showed you the engine on the tower, Hunter ran it the way a customer would on the Acer, and the camera followed the work because one of us was driving it. 3 systems, 1 product out loud in 1 room. And notice where Hunter stopped. He had a finished clip and a post button right there, and he did not press it. Publishing waits on Ken. That's not a limitation we ran into tonight. That's the design. The machines do the work. A person still signs off. That's Belken. You buy the box, and the worker who already knows how to run everything inside it comes with it.